Ebusa from Bejeri say enche bia na enua your friend Jacob Caesar utumi so say nkobe program na we invite Ebiasma Fane president ni mu mpinifo a nka mbetumi abehiem ewo Independence Square ye nim de si ya nti omo cancel no o de kasa bi abatu dwa wo onua TV a o kirem say embra a oye say obe program no oye say kobe hwe Ghana fo a omunim kasa na nka mbetumi akasa ma no anade spokesperson ha bro kasa mu no na o say omra obodowro na orehwe Ghana fo na nkomotumi edi kasa amafu nanim no wase oyeye a wanya bi adaya obi obebe bia no wase one de ompeso be nanim e platform no so because osuro nkofo pi na omutu anamo a omuni aso musuro ntinu obi antimi ayre enunity wo program na ase na program no kase krampo no eno so beto odwase asan a cancel no mbojeri say o invite dipadi mumbuti say Malima ene Professor Lumumba ena Pitobi mo Nigeria say ko mo behiem wo Independence Square na omde program ya hyehyɛ so nanso de beto odwane say program no ma cancel eno mu na yenua ba bia e friend Shalimar ofri Belgium enjo oyi ni ti say ono obetumi ay spokesperson ade ama yenua branch e friend Jacob Caesar nanso ye nim de si ya eniti omoto nsa frɛ no wo BNI ana police for akachi na eno ena yenua Jacob Caesar one Captain Smart abehiem ewo onua platform so ana onua TV na ode kasa no mu nkyiremu ode ba yenko na yenko tie kasa no mu nkyiremu
Mami na wo mo che no oye hwan.
Oh, mami no your friend is Shalimar.
Shalimar.
Yes.
Ofi
Belgium.
Belgium. Oye Belgium.
Yes.
Okay. Oye odin.
Oye obi a ye ye adoye wo mebe.
Okay.
And na yishia no.
Okay.
Na Honorable Ablakwa one of the tents that we were building and bonfire that we had done. And to Yahona Mishiano, to Yahona, we connected.
Okay.
To Obehuya na Yanene Kasai, who say, so we are doing these kind of things. Charity, first it was about charity and foundation.
Okay.
Then they realized that the foundation in Tiahono and my and Kasai, but now what in a group for 3 years. No, yeah, Juma with GH1 as a presenter. We just met her 4 months ago, and then she joined us.
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
No. Our crew mother, for 3 years. No, yeah, Juma with GH1. Into a call up and down, but I'm my crowd before say, yeah, Bemanayani or the reason why your man here spokesperson as the reporter was that at that time, they say, yeah, peg Ghana for what's I say, Munkasa, Obiasro. Yakofo be no with the mask and the pet now, yeah, I know what you know. To be ambassador videos who are hidden. Into get no pet and a volunteer say, Mayor. And I also thought say it was a good thing because New Force is not a political registered entity. You know, we're just a movement. And we thought that a reporter who is representing as a spokesperson is nothing for people to worry about. But she stood up and said she would do it. And that's why. And I will forever stand by her for what she did because that was a demonstration of courage. Today, I want Ghanaians to understand that there's so many microphones I have. If they want to speak, if they want to support the movement, they should come. Okay. If you're ready to show your face, I'm ready to stand behind you.
I didn't know.
Well, this is something that I think I will leave the nation to look more into it because she was called to come to the immigration. And then we sent a lawyer to find out and also to represent her. But the lawyer said she should come herself.
Okay.
So she went. I was in Nigeria at that time. You know, I'd gone to see Peter Obi because I was inviting them to Ghana. And so when I got back, I realized that she had been arrested. Mm-hmm. But there was no access to her because they moved her from the immigration to BNI. So that's when we got a little bit worried because immigration have their own metropolitan system.
That's right.
As the police, they can arrest you, they can take you to court and everything. So when it went to BNI, then we were a little bit worried. But of course, it's NIB. So we have to wait to see what the government is saying. Then we realized that we were not getting access. So we said, okay, let's wait for the 48 hours. It's the most time you can keep any human unless you're able to charge them. And then in the 48 hours, we realized that they took a loan to the court whilst the lawyer was in the BNI. So the lawyer had to get on Okada to quickly rush to the court. And that was around 3 p.m.
Oh.
And then they were trying to force her to plead to something. Okay, and she said she wouldn't speak. So when the lawyer got there, the response was that the judge said, look...
Xavier Sosu?
No, at that time it was not Sosu.
Okay.
It was another lawyer, called Jamal. And then the judge said that, okay, you have a bill, but we want to keep you to investigate something. So
you are on bail?
Yes, because there's no charge.
So the judge...
The judge, yes, that is the report from the lawyer.
Okay, so when you're bail?
Because there was no charge.
Said no.
Yes, but they want to keep her. And so they kept her for another 5 days. But this is where the kidnapping issue came in, because the clothes were not delivered to her. She couldn't change herself. She was just away. Nobody could talk to her, nothing. And so they kept her. But the 6th day, I just decided to change the lawyer. I wanted to find a professional human rights lawyer, because he had gone past a case of immigration.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And Xavier went in there, and by law, they knew that they had to release her because they were at fault. So they released her straight away on bail and gave her 3 conditions to report 3 times in a week.
Conditions there.
3 times in a week, something, about 3 of them. She has to report 3 times to the immigration. She did all of that. But during that 1 week, Sosu asked for the document.
Then I answer what camera for the
okay, and yeah, Mami Katri. Hanti Mrenunano. Sosu ebisai say document na mo say or dear defrauded to get the visa. Mumma yes document because the visa na your passport no dey authentic. It is from the immigration, so it's issued by Ghanaians. And then within that 4 to 5 days, the immigration entity provided this happy panel. Until the time came, says court, which was the 7 days. We drew court, and no, now drop a case. They said there's no case charges again. The drop case, and now OPA, and the military, NIB, and immigration.
Almost a chain of you.
Now, no. Again, no, yeah, one it be. And yes, be a man fan in Tari and I say, or fan in Sika and Nabi. Within 8 hours, no, didn't share claim. Nobody call Belgium. Until you also do Belgium. Now, some do baby. And we shall hope a person who say, almost now Belgium Kingdom, and so almost close Ghana for bank accounts or more. Until now, quite to say, and Tokobi, yeah, my name, any Belgium, and on my court, Journalism. What I said to Shushima, Google crowd, we say, through that, Ghana was blacklisted by EU. And then no be. If we say, Senesia, Ebio Treaty or Bano, the human rights violation, the Yin Hukakra. What I say, name so the country have the right to arrest anybody who has forged documents.
Okay.
What I say, they have the right.
But now I forged documents.
There was no proof. That's what they asked. And no man, but if they
now we overstay now.
They be say on what 3 years. Into what 3 years I don't ultimate what when you do my crown I will TV. Yeah, we volunteer my one signing contract there. And you know Kroma or surviving it. I think that is a question that rather the government should ask the immigration say, how did they get this authentic visa? Okay, because bisa almost a moon for paper and brand. But now come paper so I'm sure some come drop cases no. So what I say, come continue until as a monument of